Welcome to Leigh Dickey TV. Hit subscribe to follow along with the fun. Now let's get on to today's video. Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds. They all star in Red Notice, and I review the trailer. Next. Alright, so Red Notice, the trailer. Red Notice is an action comedy film at Netflix that's going to debut in November. I think the release date is November 12th. And I did some research on this film. It stars Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds. Now, in that research, I found out that Red Notice, like the rights to Red Notice, were initially at Universal. I don't know whether like their rights to having, say, the rights to the film, like Red Notice, came and went, and then that's when Netflix swooped in and were like, hey, we're gonna just release this on our streaming platform, and then that's what they plan to do in November. Apparently, like, this film cost a lot of money because it's sort of it's an action comedy, and it's got like three of the biggest names in Hollywood. You got Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Gal Gadot of Wonder Woman and Fast and Furious, Ryan Reynolds. He just has he's just been in Free Guy, Deadpool, the list goes on, right? Like, three of the biggest names, big budget film, it's on Netflix, and there's just a lot of hype around it. Now, on to this trailer. So the trailer for Red Notice, which I will link in the show notes and description, plus in the cards if you want to watch it on Leigh Dickey TV, the YouTube channel, as well, or through Leigh Dickey TV, the YouTube channel. This trailer, so Dwayne Johnson plays John Hartley, an FBI profiler, tracking specialist who is now on the trail of characters played by Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, who are the world's most wanted fugitives or thieves, criminals, whatever you want to call it, because they are tagged with a red notice. Now, Dwayne Johnson, like The Rock and John Hartley, they take down Ryan Reynolds. He takes down Ryan Reynolds with relatively little difficulty, even though there was a bit of a jab, like, where'd you get that jacket? Because there's a statement piece. Somewhere there's a cow going, worth it, screaming, worth it. They get into a bit of a scruff, and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, ends up arresting him after that. When it comes to apprehending Gal Gadot's character, slightly more difficult, right? He goes to apprehend her the first time, doesn't quite work out. He approaches Ryan Reynolds, his character, and says, look, you help me get her, I will help you. And then Ryan Reynolds, just teamwork, and they shake hands and yada yada yada. And the whole, like, Ryan Reynolds, his character has trouble saying teamwork the whole movie, it looks like, even though this is a 2-minute trailer, which again I will link in the cards and description for you all. So Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's John Hartley, and Ryan Reynolds' character, they agree to work together to apprehend Gal Gadot. So they go to arrest her the first time, apprehend her, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't quite work out, as she just starts kicking ass, like, right away. Like, she's portrayed as this super villain, sort of badass, even though they're both Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot's characters are well-known thieves, and obviously because they're tagged with a red notice, they're the world's most wanted criminals. And it's just, you know, with Gal Gadot, she is treated with the utmost respect and treated like this absolute badass, which she should be. I read somewhere that both Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and Gal Gadot got $20 million apiece for their roles in Red Notice, and they're worth every penny. Same thing with Ryan Reynolds. Anybody that works on any sort of production when it comes to just entertaining fans or people, anybody's worth whatever they get paid, right? Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, Dwayne Johnson, doesn't matter your role. Every role is important. That is just my opinion, but it's cool to see them all on even playing fields, and, you know, Gal Gadot showing the proper respect. Same thing with The Rock's The Rock, right? Ryan Reynolds, he's been around quite a bit, even though I haven't seen much of his work. I'm not all that familiar with it. I've seen like very few of his films. Not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just not saying that he's not somebody I'd rush to say Netflix or even the theater for. Although I do want to see Free Guy. But there is a part in this trailer where, you know, Gal Gadot and The Rock are dancing, and he's just like, look, the only way this is going to end It's with you in handcuffs, and Gal Gadot just sort of whispers, promises, promises. And she, like, they're dancing, and Gal Gadot asks, like, how are things with your partner in crime? And The Rock just goes, yeah, whatever. We all know that this is going to end one way, and that's with you in handcuffs. And Gal Gadot with the promises. And then you cut to a shot. I'm assuming Gal Gadot's shown off screen, but The Rock and Ryan Reynolds are having a bit of an exchange with, we're work wives. That's Ryan Reynolds to The Rock. And he's like, no, sister wives. We're not. And The Rock just, we're not any kind of wives. And then it's this montage of explosions, gunfire, typical like action comedy thriller type stuff. But still, it looks like a cool film, you know. Like I want to see it when it comes out in November. Just to wrap it up here, there's a shot at the end of the trailer where Gal Gadot looks off to my left, so I'm assuming that would be her right, and just says, bye-bye, Agent John Hartley, as if she were like a toddler or a small child. And that made me chuckle. Like, I'm looking forward to this movie. Gal Gadot, Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds. Although, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan Reynolds. Then again, like, this movie could surprise me. I'm looking forward to it. I like the trailer. There's a lot of action. There's a few laughs. It's typical action comedy. It's at Netflix. It's coming out, I think, November 12th. I will link the trailer in the show notes and description, as well as in the cards on the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. So please do comment, like, share, and subscribe right here to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube to see more episodes just like this one. Find the audio form of this episode as an episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast. Subscribe to all my podcasts. The Beats and Speaks podcast, Pinfall, a pro wrestling podcast, and Yo Nostalgia. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews on your favorite podcast apps and players of choice. Thanks again for watching. I have been Leigh Dickey. This wraps up another video on Leigh Dickey TV, the YouTube channel. Thank you all again. Please do take care, and we will talk to you later. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon. All right, Leigh Dickey signing off. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV. New episodes are available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe to follow along with the fun.